time you buy an Epic game, everything in it is good. Everything in it is done. And that's a real kudos to Midway that's giving us the time to get it to that point. We're fortunate enough to be able to just do it when it's done. I will say that, for the most part, the development on it's been going very smoothly, but we just keep trying to re-envision the way we're approaching it. So the introduction of a single-player component, a strong single-player component, is something that is taking more time to get right. And so for the most part, those are the kind of ideas as we're getting it right. And that was the thing about 2004, Unreal Tournament 2004, is a surprising number of people never ever went online with it. And I don't know if they didn't have internet connections or didn't want to deal with the e-jerks or whatever, but fundamentally, they were buying a pretty low frills single player, and because we want to make everything good for our customers, this time around we wanted to make sure the single player was worth buying, and we think we're going down that route. Well, the single player is basically a revenge story, and it's set in the Unreal universe where you have all these shifting allegiances between these mercenary corporations. And so there's a lot of cool elements as you're trying to get revenge on the people that have wronged you. You'll be fighting for one corporation against another, but then this other corporation is like, hey, I know N about the people who wronged you, and so you'll actually shift allegiances through it. You also have branches during the campaign, so you'll make certain decisions that impact which missions you play. Warfare is got a lot of the best elements of Onslaught, which was our vehicle game type, and Assault, which was our sort of objective, go blow this up kind of game type, and then a bunch of other crazy stuff that we threw on top of it. And so you'll have basic objectives like destroying the power core of the enemy to conquer the territory, but within that you may have access to steal technology that you can then go and graft onto one of your vehicles, giving it new capabilities, or doing something that will impact missions that you play down the line. And so that sort of persistence, both in single player and co-op, we feel actually is really compelling, and is what people are sort of looking for in a single player UT. But fundamentally, it's still UT. I mean, we're not a game that has a targeting reticle that spreads based on your movement. You're just as accurate backflipping off a wall as you are sort of crouched down and camping. And so that fast action is still what the game is all about, both in single player and multiplayer. I mean, we're probably our harshest critics, and so making sure that we're happy with it before we ask someone to lay down $60 for it really pays off for us.